Alright guys, I got called back to that job. I was there earlier today and the filters are really slimy and it was tripping out on safety. Well, I changed all the filters, I got a good oil flow, and I changed the nozzle, and I should have took care of the problem, but it's tripping out again. So he's calling me back and it won't fire. So that's actually good because it's not that far. I've jumped in my truck and I'm going over there and see why it's not firing.
1/4 mile. Turn right on Chase Road.
I didn't check any of the transformers or anything like that when I was there. I seen that filter that was so mucky, I figured that was what it was. So we're gonna go off the line, and I changed the filters, got a good oil flow, and it fired right up. So I mean, it could be anything. So we're gonna go over there and see if we can figure out what's going on with it. I think I had a delayed oil valve. Sometimes it's them.
Turn right on Chase Road.
Sometimes it's the little solenoid on the oil valve that could be acting up and not opening for the oil. It's possible that there's some air in the pump. I mean, I don't know until I get there. But I'm going back over there. It's what, 6:30 at night?
3.5 miles.
Not too far from my house, so I'm gonna head on over there and take care of it, see if I can figure it out for the guy. Better get into it deeper, Mama. Let's see if I can get this burner figured out, what's going on, why it's tripping. Let's see if we're getting an oil flow, and we'll check our spark. We should be getting, if we're getting a good oil flow, then it's either the spark or the nozzle. It was working when I left it. It's gonna piss in here, and we'll check our spark. Which I did not check. I didn't check the transformer when I was here. I seen that filter was so filthy. So we'll check our oil, and we'll check this. We'll start that. The oil should piss out. I'm not getting no oil. See it? I'm not getting no oil. So it probably just needs bleeding. There's probably some air in there. Or we got a bad pump. One of the two. Let's see if there's any air in the line. It might be. Don't forget I had two. I had two containers there. This thing's dead. Let me get a new one. Not getting any oil. Could be there's just air in the pump. Saying we had two filters here. Just kind of a queer setup, but it's possible. We'll see. I needed a new gauge anyway. I don't know if this one's plastic. It probably won't last in the oil. Let's see what happens with this. We'll run it. They said this might be plastic. It's not gonna last. We'll see if there's oil in a pump, air in a pump. Might be a bad pump. Might be a pump to motor coupling might be bad. Should be a delay on it. See if there's any. must have a bad pump because I'm getting a good oil flow. Got a bad pump here. Got a bad pump or a motor coupling. Got a bad pump. Kind of weird because it was working before. Unless the motor to pump coupling's bad. No, it's a bad pump. We're getting a good oil flow, but we're getting no pressure. It's kind of weird. I've seen that happen with pumps before. They'll pump sometimes, and sometimes they won't. Unless it's a coupler. Is this? I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think it's that. I think it's the pump. Fine. It's not that. It's the pump. Make sure that's in all the way, which it should be. I don't see a problem with that. Need a new pump. We're gonna change this pump. Got a bad pump here. So I got another one. I'm gonna change it. I got the oil off on the other side. I got the oil off. Not going to be the easiest thing to change, but what are you going to do? I've got a bad pump. Should come off there. Shouldn't be an issue. Like I said, I've seen these pumps. They'll pump sometimes and they won't pump, and then they'll pump and then they won't pump. That's just how it is. I was getting a good flow out of the bottom of that thing, so no air in it. What the flip? crazy. Holy cow, man. It's coming out tight. I don't like a tight one, Mama. I don't like a tight one. Wow. Up the nuts. She's crusty. Alright, it should come out now. Wow. Holy shit, Mom. She's a crusty one. She's one crusty one. Unfortunately, sometimes shit happens in life. Just gotta deal with it. This will come out. Kind of weird because the pump was working fine before, right? It's kind of odd. We got some new pumps here. Like I said, this is one of those jobs where I'm coming back later in the evening to get it done. Kind of feel obligated. If you were here earlier, the guy's still got an issue. Kind of feel obligated. Well, here I am, back. I might even throw another coupler in there just to be, you know, the other one's a little beat up, but Turn it on to the tank again and get the air out of it, I guess, from here, and then we could bleed it. Could run it, set the pressure for 140. Turn on the pump. Alright, I got the oil on. We should be able to bleed it here. And then bleed the pump and set the pressure. It should come out. This is still fine. It's not spinning or anything. That should be fine. Pump coupler. Like I said, I've seen these motors do this before. Sometimes they'll pump, sometimes they won't pump. It could drive you flipping crazy. It's gonna pump oil. It's not gonna run.
Difficult switch to do?
No, it's done.
Oh,
I
wow.
just have to run it and set the pump pressure and.
Oh, nice.
But it is can be a little bit of a dirty mess here, but I'll clean it up.
Yeah, no problem.
It's kind of weird because I mean the thing was working fine, right?
I know. That's what I was talking about. I was at home and my wife calls me and she's like, "It's not going on." And I'm like, it was working perfectly fine.
It's not uncommon to have, shit doesn't, I seen that filter and I said it's got to be this blocked filter.
Yeah.
You've seen how dirty it was.
Do you think that could have just caused issues with that pump too? It just happened?
No, I don't think it did cause it because we got two filters here, right?
Yeah,
we got one and one here, so.
Yeah.
It's just
With age.
put a new pump in it. I left a couple because it seemed to be fine, so.
Yep.
We'll bleed it, get a good flow, and then we'll check the pump pressure. Make sure we got good. I got my gauge here so I can set that.
Oh, okay. we've been pretty busy lately. Work been.
Yeah, I mean it's steady.
I know it's been pretty busy.
It's kind of in between seasons here.
Yeah.
Between air conditioning and then
yeah,
heat.
the heat.
We're getting. You can see this oil flow here. See, we're getting a nice oil flow.
Yeah.
And when I shut that off, then the pump pressure should kick in up top there. I'll show you. Then we can set that for what we want. It should be like 140. Alright, so what are we at? We're at 100. See the gauge at 100?
Yeah.
We're at 100. We can set that to 140. See it right there?
Oh, yeah,
that's what we want, 140.
Okay.
So now we got oil and we got pressure.
Yeah.
We didn't have pressure before. Because I was getting a good flow of oil, but I didn't have no pressure.
Oh.
So then it wasn't going through the pump. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even though the pump was pumping through here,
It wasn't going anywhere.
it wasn't going. This is what they call a jet tube.
Yeah. Okay.
So now we got it, and I set up for 140, which is what we want. I think it's set. Yeah, see, this one's set for 140. That's what we want.
Yeah, okay.
And I'll have to come back for the relief valve.
Yeah, that's no problem.
Because it's later in the day.
Yeah.
I came just to get the heat going for you.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that. Yeah.
Like I said, I'm going to be out of town tomorrow morning, and I don't want you waiting.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah.
I'm glad you're here so you can see what's going on with it. And, people, I like to explain things.
Yeah.
So we're on the same page.
Yeah, sure. No, it's good to know.
And if this thing wasn't acting up, I wouldn't be able to know there's a problem.
Yeah.
All right, so now she should fire right up. Once it runs, it should fire. Sometimes people call you, and then you get here and you try it, and it's not acting up when you're there. It's like then you're kind of guessing.
Yeah, exactly. That's how I was. There you go.
And it didn't. There's no puff, so it wasn't getting any oil. No. But if that thing was getting oil, and then the spark, it'd be like all rolling out.
It sounds like it's blowing a little bit harder too. Unless it's just me, but I don't know. Like those things before, like getting all the air, like you were saying.
Oh, because I got all the air out last time I was here. I bled it through here.
Yeah.
I got a good flow. And the first thing when I came here, I checked if there was any air in the pump, and there wasn't through that bucket.
Got it.
I was getting a good flow here, but I wasn't getting nothing to go through the jet tube to the burner. So the pump was bad internally.
Yep. Perfect. Good.
When we checked your couple was good, you're good now. I could probably come back like Thursday if you want to check that relief valve.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll be around.
See the relief valve, this is only at 20.
Yep.
That relief valve should not be leaking until it gets to 30, so it's a bad relief valve. It might be a compromised tank.
Okay.
I'll have to drain the boiler down. You got antifreeze in the system?
I have no idea.
Usually it would be a tag if there's antifreeze in the system. I can smell it when I pull it out.
Yeah. Yeah, Thursday works for me. I'll be home.
No oil pump. Alright guys, just left that job, and yeah, that bad pump. And I was there earlier today, the pump was pumping fine. And he called me, I don't know, 6-7 hours later, and the thing wasn't working. Went back over there, I was getting a good oil flow out of the bottom of the pump. and nothing through the jet tube, so it was a bad pump. And a coupler was fine, I checked that. So, I mean, I've seen that happen before with these pumps. The only problem was these things that act up once in a while, they don't do it all the time. If you go there and it's not acting up, you're kind of guessing at what it could be. When I first went there earlier today, it was the filter was block solid. I figured it was the filter. But I guess that might have been the pump. So, I gotta go back there on Thursday and get the relief valves leaking a little bit in the back. He put a bucket in there. I gotta check the expansion tank and whatnot. He just told me about that when I came here the second time here at night. I told him I ain't doing it tonight. It's too late. There's the deal. I gotta run out and you feel obligated. You were just there earlier today and it's tripped out again. You know, the guy's calling you. Could have went by in the morning, but I gotta go somewhere tomorrow. I got something scheduled, so came out and fixed it tonight. Shit happens, Mom. Shit happens.